Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Cap and I want to start off saying thank you to everybody who's been supporting the previous videos. Just know that I truly appreciate it, very much so, and hope you'll continue to do so. Now, got a question for you. Would you consider yourself weird in all definitions of the word, basically? Me personally, yes, I'm weird. Undeniably weird. And let's be honest here, everybody's weird, because what is weird? Weird is being outside what is considered normal or different, or having different likes and opinions than what everybody else does, and that's what makes you unique. Now, something I've been trying to get across to my son the whole time he's grown up, I call him a weirdo all the time. I say something like, hey, you're weird. He'd say, yeah, you are too, Daddy. And I said, yes, I am. Weird is good. Normal is boring. Normal people are boring. Weird is where it's happening, man. I've been called weird my entire life, from the time I was a kid to the time I'm an adult, and yes, it did take a while for me to realize that, hey, that's not a bad thing. Being called weird is just meant I like the things differently than people did in my same age group here. I didn't follow the same trends and styles as a kid there. I mean, we were quite poor when I was young, so I couldn't afford the designer clothes and all the toys. You know, I had friends and stuff that had every G.I. Joe when I had just a couple of them. And some of the ones I got were kind of not the popular ones. You know, I didn't get Snake Eyes. I might have got Storm Shadow. And people were just like, oh, you didn't get the good one. You know, stuff like that. And then I got a little bit older. I started playing Magic the Gathering. I played Dungeons and Dragons and Battletech. I played video games. And, you know, back in the day, people didn't play video games as often, especially adults and stuff. So it was just like a weirdo sitting here playing video games all day long, which I didn't. I played outside plenty, but you get the point. Even now, as an adult, as a 34-year-old, I'm still weird. I still like playing video games. I'm making a video game commentary as I'm talking to you guys about being weird. Now, if you went outside the realm of my little circle of friends and asked people and said, hey, this guy that you know here, your neighbor, your friend, or your coworker or something, did you know he makes video game commentaries and uploads them to YouTube? I'm sure they would probably look at you like, that's really? He seems like he's a little bit too old to do that. And that's where I'm at with this my whole life, is being weird, different. Do the things I want to do because it's what I want to do. It's what makes me happy. And that's something I've been trying to teach little man to do. I've been ingraining it in him since he was a little kid. That way, when the time comes around for somebody to call him weird, to him it's just going to be like, yeah, and my dad's weird. I try to be like my dad. He is an odd child, and in all the best ways. I don't mean that as a bad thing, but for instance, like, we've been trying to help him get his Santa list together that he's sending off to the North Pole, or stuff that he wants for Christmas. Well, the things he's into isn't what's popular now. You go to the toy store and we'll walk up and down every single aisle, and he couldn't care less about the stuff on there. He might see something every once in a while that just kind of, you know, attracts him for a moment, but he'll look at it and realize, yeah, I don't really care. You know, this isn't my thing. He's into stuff that you can't find. And so he was just like, man, I wish I could have this. And I'm like, that doesn't even exist. I couldn't make that if I had all the tools and knew how to make stuff like that. And so it makes it really hard. But honestly, I would rather him be that way than saying, oh yeah, I'm into the most popular thing at this current time because all my friends are. You know, ask him, like, hey, are any of your friends into bugs and snakes and, you know, jellyfish and stuff like that? He's like, not really. We talk to them about it sometimes, and they like them okay, but they don't like them like I do. And I'm like, that's totally cool. Now, on the other side of that, when you have all these interests that are way outside the realm of what's considered popular at the time, it does make it harder to relate to people around you. But on the other side, you end up with some really good friends that stick with you for a longer time because they march to the same beat that you do. Now, some of my best friends I have in life, I've known since elementary school. Guy I still play games with, shows up in some of these videos in the background sometimes, whatever. I've literally known him for like 22 years, maybe 23. I don't even know. It's well past the 20s, but I don't remember what. And it was just one of those, and like, we ended up in the same class together, and after a little bit of chit chat, we discovered, hey, we kind of like some of the same things, and we ended up with a couple other classes here and there, and started hanging out on the weekends, and we liked all the same things. We played Magic, we played video games, we played, you know, with toys and stuff that was outside the realm of what would be considered normal. And back then, we got made fun of it for it. I mean, nobody we went to school with knew that we played Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons and stuff because, oh dear God, you don't realize how high level of a nerd you have to be to enjoy those things back then. These days, I have to say, that is one thing I commend about the youth of today, however you want to slice it. People want to talk down about millennials and stuff like that. One of the things I can say I highly respect about this generation is that difference is what is cool now. Like walking through my wife's high school where she teaches and stuff, there's every style under the sun, and no style at all is considered style. It's like there's not a popular jean that everybody has to have. There's not one particular brand that's just, if you don't have it, you're the nerd and you're the outcast of the school. There's not one anything. And that's awesome. I love that. And my son's going to get to grow up in that same kind of world. And I hope that trend continues to where it's like, you know what? I like playing chess. Oh, there's a chess club at school. I'll join it. I'll play with some other people that play chess. They have a video game club at school. That's awesome. They didn't have anything with that when I was a kid. Sorry, I kind of tripped over my tongue there. The video game club was the few people you sat around at lunch and hang around off the playground and stuff afterwards and talk kind of quietly so nobody else kind of heard you. I mean, that's what the video game club was back then. So anyway, back to my original question I asked is, do you think you're weird? I mean, if you are, leave a like on the video. Let me know, because weird is awesome. And leave me some comments below. You know, people who are in the youth of the world and stuff today, let me know what it's like for you being considered weird, how you notice things differently and stuff, what's weird to you today, what's not. And if you're in my age group or older or whatever around there, you know, let me know what's considered weird in your world. And if you were one of those kids that you were the weird one that didn't wear the common clothes and you didn't have the most popular shoe, and you know, you came to school with a different lunchbox than everybody did. I mean, did you ever get made fun of for the stuff that you ever came to school with? I know I had a lunchbox once that I thought was just awesome. I brought it to school thinking it was awesome and was very quickly reminded how unawesome it was. And so I didn't bring it to school anymore after that. Anyway, this has been a long video. I'm going to try and wrap it up here. But anyway, my message to you guys, if you're still here with me, is be weird. Weird is awesome. Normal is boring. Everybody's weird in their own way, and people that want to say your way of being weird is worse than their way of being weird suck. So anyway, thank you guys so much for all the support. I hope you guys have a good one, and I will catch you later.